Hi, and welcome to Clappia. In this video, we will see how to have an app that does not allow any edits after a submission is made. Let's take an example. Over here, I've created a simple inspections app earlier. If a user makes a submission to this app, I'll just fill in some random details and clicks on Submit. They can view the submissions under the Submissions tab. They can click on the submission and a right-hand panel will appear capturing all the details. They can make changes to what they have submitted. If you don't want to allow any changes to be made, there are two ways to go about it. One would be where you configure each field to be non-editable or the ones that you require. And the second will be through user access. First, I will show you how to make each field non-editable. To do this, we go to the Design app, where you would have created your app interface. You can see all the earlier fields. To make a field non-editable, simply click on that field and on the right-hand panel, under the Advanced section, you will have an option that says Allow value to be changed after initial submission. Disable this option, save it, and this particular field will no longer be editable by the user. So let's take a look. I'll go back to the Submissions tab, click on the submission, and this field is now grayed out, so I cannot make any changes. But I can do so for the other fields. Every field can be made non-editable. So going back to Design app, if I were to select maybe the date field to make it non-editable, on the right panel, under the Advanced section again, the same option will be available. Simply disable it and then this field will be non-editable. You can do this for almost every field. You can also set conditions for when a field should be non-editable. For example, in this drop-down field, I have given multiple options, area 1, 2 and 3. So let's say in the app, if I were to select area 1, then I would like the user to be able to make changes to the site field if needed. However, if they were to select the area as 2 or 3, then the site field should be non-editable. Such conditions can be implemented. So if I select the site field and go to the Advanced section and go to this option, over here you see there is a box where you can type in conditions. You can give conditions similar to spreadsheet. So as I mentioned, the condition should be if the area field is selected as area 1, then it should be editable. To pull up the area field, I can simply type in @area equals to area 1. I'll save this and let's check it out. So in App Home, for the area field, first I'll select area 1 and later we'll see for area 2 or 3. I'll submit this and go to the Submissions tab. I'll click on this new submission. The area field is grayed out since I had disabled that option. But as per the condition that I just gave, I can still change the site field. Now let's see for area 2. I'll make another submission, select area as area 2 and submit. Now in the Submissions tab, I'll open this new submission and now you can see on the right panel, the site field is also grayed out. So the condition works. So this is useful if you want to make certain fields non-editable in your app. Now let's say you don't want the user to make any changes at all to the submission. So there is another way to do this, and that is through user access. I'll go to the Design app. Once you have created your app structure, to give user access, go to step 5, which is distribute. Then click on user access and on the right hand panel, you can select the users, give them the appropriate permissions and click on assign. This has been covered extensively in another video on how to give access to apps to users. So do check that out. So first I'll select the user. I can either type in their email ID and invite them, or if they have already been added to my workplace, I can just select it. Then I'll give them the appropriate permission. There are various permissions to choose from, and you can also give them custom access. Now, if I want this particular user to only submit data and not make any changes after submission, I can simply enable this option, which is Can Submit. I'll click on Assign. You can also change the permission to the app for the user by clicking over here and selecting what you need. Now that I've given them app access, I'll log out and switch user profile. I'll click on the Inspections app, fill in some details, and submit. They can view their submissions again in the Submissions tab. And on the right hand panel, even if they were to make any changes, the Save option is not there for them to edit. However, if I were to log in back to my profile and go to the Submissions tab, since I'm an admin, I will still be able to make changes. However, even if you are an admin but the fields are non-editable, if you have done that individually, then you cannot make changes unless you go back to the Design app and change that configuration. So in this way, you can have apps that do not allow any edits after a submission is made. If you have any query, on how to do this or on any other feature in Clappia, you can always request support by clicking on the button over here, or you can email us directly at support@clappia.com and we'll be happy to assist you. Thank you.